Welcome inside the CitrusTV studios for a web edition of Cuse Countdown. I'm Paul Mancano, alongside Nicole, Hansen, and KJ Vaughn, talking a little Syracuse lacrosse. Guys, I know it's a little tough the way Syracuse basketball has been playing recently, but Syracuse lacrosse, they're inside the Carrier Dome on Saturday.
And basketball isn't inside the Carrier Dome on Saturday, so it is all men's lacrosse all the time Saturday. Great stage.
And maybe some of the magic from the Duke game will rub off on the lacrosse turf for the guys.
Yeah, hopefully they don't take it away when they take away the court. So Syracuse and Army going at it Saturday at noon, and Syracuse is a perfect 2-0, but the attack has definitely been an issue for the team.
Absolutely. Dylan Donahue was a massive loss for this team last season. 29 goals on the season. It's very difficult to lose that kind of production. But they're going to be looking at a couple of the younger guys to really take that place. Nate Solomon has been doing well at the beginning of the season, but Mariano really, it showed when they gave him that final shot at the end of the Albany game to seal the deal, that Coach Desko really trusts him with that ending shot, and that trusts that he can really progress and play really well and be a leader on this team.
Yeah, you know, Nicole, you mentioned the loss of Donahue, and it has affected the attack. I mean, if you look at the numbers from the Albany game, Syracuse had 23 shots on goal and then 10 saves for Albany. So Syracuse needs to do a little better job of getting better shots. You don't want to put it right in the goalie's wheelhouse so it's an easy save for him. So yeah, it's partly the loss of Donahue. Obviously, Mariano needing to step up, and then, of course, Solomon, another key contributor, and they all have to come together if the attack wants to get better.
All right, guys, let's talk keys to the game if Syracuse wants to move to 3-0. Nicole, let's start with you.
My big thing for a key to the game for this game is block the shots. This defense is going to be a huge factor if the attack can't really produce the goals that they need to be able to stay on top on the offensive end. Evan Malloy needs to be a steel wall in that goal, and the defenders really need to be able to back him up there and help them out if the attack is not going to be able to help them on offense.
Yeah, you know, Nicole, I'm going to stick with the attack. We've talked about it, and I think that's the key to the game. It has to be the SU attack. They need to be patient. More patience on attack, and that's going to allow them to get better shots, and when you're getting better shots, you're going to get more goals. So it goes, you know, the starters, not just the bench, but against Albany, the bench played pretty well. Obviously, I think the starters need to step up. Mariano, some other guys we've already mentioned, so that's my key to the game.
All right, KJ, you mentioned that attack, hoping for a little bit more offensive firepower. What's your prediction for the game? Do you see Syracuse getting out of that offensive rut and moving to 3-0?
You know, Paul, I do see him getting out of the offensive rut a little bit. I'm not going to pick them to win huge, but I'll take them 12-10 over Army. I think they get some shots to go, and I think, you know, maybe not facing as good of a defender or as good of a goalie as Albany's goalie will help them, but Army, a tough team, and I think you're going to see that in this game, hence why I have it so close.
I also have a really close and pretty similar of a score. I'm going 9-7 Syracuse. This is going to be a tougher game than some people may think. Army's a good team, and it's always been close the last couple of years when these two teams have played. So I think that it's really going to come down to which attack can do better, which team has a better offensive game. And if they can both keep close on the defensive end, the offense can maybe falter a little bit, not maybe quite 12 or 10 goals, but I think 9-7 is pretty reasonable, and Syracuse will be able to pull this one out.
All right, guys, we'll see how it all goes down Saturday at noon inside the Carrier Dome. For KJ Vaughn and Nicole Hansen, I'm Paul Mancano. Syracuse and Army in the Dome on Saturday. Should be a good one.